They say the same wind that blows out a match can also fuel a wildfire. The difference isn't the wind, it's what it meets. What if that same principle applied to your life? What if your greatest struggles held a secret not for breaking you, but for building you? This is the story of a boy who learned that secret, not from a book, but on a windy cliffside from his grandmother and two very different kites. It's for anyone who is tired of being told to simply avoid failure, when failure itself might be the teacher you need. By the end, you'll understand the hidden strength that lets some people soar, while others only ever watch from the ground. Let's begin. Once there was a boy named Sam who spent his summers with his grandmother in a seaside village. They would often sit together, watching the fishermen's kites dance in the salty breeze. One day, Sam asked his grandmother the question that had been weighing on his young heart. "Grandma, how can I become strong and successful when I grow up?" His grandmother, her wise eyes wrinkling with kindness, didn't answer right away. Instead, she brought out two kites from her old wooden chest. The first kite was brand new, its paper crisp and brightly painted, its bamboo frame perfectly straight. The second kite was much older, its paper yellowed with age and carefully mended in several places with patches of different colored paper. "Let's fly them," Grandma suggested. Sam eagerly took the new kite, certain it would soar the highest. But when they launched them from the cliffside, something surprising happened. The new kite fluttered wildly for just a moment before diving straight into the rocks below. The old patched kite, however, caught the wind strongly. Though it dipped and swayed at first, soon it was climbing higher and higher, dancing gracefully with each gust. 4 summers later, a teenage Sam returned to the village after facing his first real failures at school. Remembering the kites, he asked his grandmother why the old one had flown so much better. She took him to the chest, where both kites were now stored. The new one still perfect, because it had never truly flown. The old one bearing even more patches from years of use. The new kite was too perfect, Grandma explained, running her fingers along its unused string. It couldn't handle real wind. But this old one? Each patch represents a time it was torn by the wind, and each repair made it stronger. The wind that destroys weak kites teaches strong ones how to fly. She pointed to where village children were flying their own kites in the distance. See how the best flyers let their kites pull against the wind? That's how they go higher. Your struggles in life are like that wind, Sam. They seem like they're pushing against you, but really, they're what lift you up. Sam thought about the challenges he'd faced that year, the exams he'd failed, the team that had cut him, the projects that hadn't worked out. Like the patches on the old kite, each disappointment had taught him something valuable. He realized then that true strength wasn't about avoiding falls, but about learning how to rise after them. The kites that flew highest weren't the untested ones, but those that had survived many storms and learned their language. Years later, when Sam became a successful boat builder, known for his strong boats that could weather any storm, he kept his grandmother's patched kite hanging in his workshop. When his students asked his secret, he would point to the kite and say, "The same wind that breaks some boats makes others sail faster. The difference isn't the wind, it's how you set your sails." And in that moment, he could almost hear his grandmother's laughter riding on the breeze, as timeless as the lesson she had taught him that summer day. Life's challenges are like the wind. They may push against you, but they're also what give you the strength to soar. The easy path makes untested dreams, but the hard path builds unshakable character. Every struggle you face is another patch on your kite, another lesson that prepares you to fly higher than you ever imagined possible. So when the winds of life blow strong, don't hide from them. Learn their rhythm, adjust your sails, and let them lift you to heights you could never reach in calm weather. I hope this story gives you the courage to welcome the wind. If it did, consider supporting our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more heartfelt lessons that stand the test of time. Thank you for holding the string with us today. Until next time, may your winds be kind and your string stay strong. I'll see you in the next story.